on your screen, on the monitor.
No, it's a black screen.
Wiggle the mouse and.
Oh, cool.
Is that your?
Yeah.
That's your first slide.
Okay, so what do Bill Cosby, Morgan Freeman, and Robert De Niro have in common? Anyone tell me? Yes, but they're also stars. And we are actually not going to be talking about them, we're going to be talking about actual stars. So, namely constellations. Because this title is very broad, some constellations you can see this time of year. I actually should have titled it 4 constellations with nothing to do with each other that you can see. We are going to, how do I say this? We are going to take 4 of them, and I'm going to give you a distinguishable fact about each one, and then 1 or 2 small weird facts that I decided to look up. First, we're going to talk about Ursa Major right here. It's pretty nice. It's pretty big. That's why it's called Major. Big Bear. You know it for the Big Dipper right here. Big Dipper. The Big Dipper actually is not a constellation, as you can see. It's part of Ursa Major. It is actually an asterism. It is a constellation, not a constellation, a group of stars that people recognize all over the world. And it's very popular, but it's not an official constellation. But this is this distinguishing factor, is that it contains the Big Dipper. Another cool fact about it, it has the Owl Nebula. Pretty cool, huh? It's got 3 stars. The one in the middle right there is a white dwarf. Pretty cool. And also, it contains right around up here, actually right here to the east a little bit, is the Hubble Deep Field. It is 1/24 of the sky that we can see, and it is where the Hubble telescope took a bunch of, actually a lot of pictures, and put them all together. And this is like deep sky stuff. It's really cool. Almost all of that is galaxies, and it just shows how big our galaxy is, or our universe is, how small our galaxy is. So the next one we're going to talk about is Ursa Minor. Little Bear. Like the show. It's a good show. The one defining fact about this is that it has Polaris. Polaris is the North Star. The thing about the North Stars is that after a few years, after like actually maybe a few 100 or 1,000 years, they change. Like before, there used to be these 2. There wasn't one North Star. There were 2, and then there was another one in a different galaxy. But when we talk about North Star, it's the star that the Earth's axis is pointing to. So when it rotates, when the Earth rotates, it looks like all the stars are orbiting or going around the North Star, Polaris. So, oh yeah, also a cool thing is that you can find Polaris, with which you can use to find the Little Dipper by using the Big Dipper. The little cup thing points to it. That's confusing. So yeah, the thing where the axis moves, that is called axial precession. It's just where the Earth's axis always rotates when the Earth moves. It's pretty cool stuff. The next one we're going to talk about is Andromeda. It's a bigger sort of galaxy. It's kind of cool because it contains the Andromeda Galaxy. It's huge. Actually, the Andromeda Galaxy is right there. You can see it with your eye, without a telescope, without anything. It's just right there. It's really neat to be able to see things like that, but unfortunately, you can't obviously see like the whole big thing. And this is the Blue Snowball Nebula, which is also in there. You can see it with a telescope, which is really cool. And fun fact, the Andromeda Galaxy is also hurtling towards our galaxy, and in 4 billion years they're going to collide with each other, making another galaxy. If we're all around here, maybe 4 billion years, I'll let you know how it goes. Time around. And the final one we're going to be talking about is Pegasus. Oops, Pegasus, not this Pegasus. But this Pegasus. It looks like a box with legs on it. Pretty cool. It's discovered by Ptolemy. Actually, all of these are discovered by Ptolemy. They're all indexed by Ptolemy. It was like in the 2nd century BC. Pretty cool. Now, its defining factor, or its distinguishing factor, is that it's very diverse. It's one of the most diverse ones. Let me tell you about a few things that make it diverse. One of the things is Einstein's cross, right? This is one galaxy, but you see 5. But there's one. There's only one. The reason that is because of gravitational lensing. The light from that galaxy is bent, so it looks like there are 4. It's pretty cool. Really, really cool. The last one is Stephan's quintet. Another cool thing about it. It's 4 galaxies that are eventually gonna crash into each other. They're like revolving around each other, and eventually they're gonna collide and make a really big black hole. It's gonna be really cool. So, to recap, we have Ursa Major, right? The factor is that it contains the Big Dipper. Ursa Minor has Polaris. Andromeda has the Andromeda Galaxy. And Pegasus is really diverse. So, that's it.